Are your feet in the clips?
My feet are
Can you
clipped
ride
in.
the dark?
I've trained
Have you
and
trained
wept.
and wept?
With God's
Is
help,
your heart kept
my heart
clean?
is clean.
Tell me, can you make that bus?
How does a guy with pancreatic cancer set the course record for a local 24-mile gravel course? This is my story.
Is that a stone in your commonplace?
Alright, we're gonna rock this thing. Pink Mamba. Pink Mamba's gonna get ya. Pinkalicious. We're gonna rock it. 75 degrees, little northwest wind perhaps. Proper warm up. Got it in. 172 heart rate. For 10 or 15 minutes. 7 or 8 miles out. Just got back. Final race prep. A lot of guys are here. A lot of guys are here. We're gonna line up in a little bit. I'm gonna get you.
Are you feeling good, Jason?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. We're gonna rock it no matter what. We don't know how it feels. We're gonna rock it.
How you doing, man?
Hi.
Ready?
Good. Yeah, dude.
What cues you got on your arm? So I don't want anybody crossing the finish line until this dude crosses the finish line. We're working for him tonight. Jason's hoping to sit in at around third wheel on the front of the group, so we'll always keep 2 or 3 guys in front of him rotating out. We'll pace line, we'll draft, but I mean, the most important thing is to keep him protected in the group. Shooting for upwards of a 21 mile an hour average for this, if possible, at the pointy end. So we're all hurt a little bit today. But for everybody else that isn't at the pointy end, give it your all, do your individual effort. We'll show everybody what Pumpkin Mind can do, right?
Yeah, let's rock this. No matter how we feel, we're just gonna give it our all. Why do we do this? We do it because we can. We do it because some other people can't. There'll be a day when none of us will be out here. But tonight we're out here to enjoy what we can do together, the motion of our bodies, the camaraderie of our spirits. A goal, 21 miles an hour. B goal, 20 miles an hour. Loosen the corners, watch it. Take a wide corner, hit the apex, but take it easy. Survive Man Road. Get it through it gingerly. I'll be third wheel. Rotate through. I'll sit at third wheel. Fourth man rotates up to second. First man rotates back up to the back of the group. We'll see what happens. So we'll rock it.
All right, let's roll. That race win.
All right, I'm ready to go.
I've seen you mine what I couldn't even find out of my head. You take your time drawing water for your wine.
On November 15th, 2019, I was on my bike trainer in my basement, dreaming of winning the Melting Mann 24-mile gravel race when I got the call. Doctor says the cancer is coming back. My first thought was literally, F this, I've got races to win. This is my story.
I've heard you take scientists and saints out of their heads. I've heard you take power from its slaves out of their heads. I've been afraid of accidents and graves laid out in my head, out of my head. Love will disperse the shadows and the curses out of my head. Don't leave this life like a trash house. Don't toss my mind like a matchstick snap. I'll take my stand in the witness box where
To say I was nervous before the race would be an understatement as well. But once the gun went off, so to speak, I was just doing what I had trained my body and mind to do. Just doing what I had imagined so many times before on my basement bike trainer. I was determined to make the most of this moment and ride as hard as I could, no matter how I felt. Cancer be damned. This was a race from the heart and a dream actualized for me.
Love is the rain, you are the storm.
Gravel racing can be especially tricky in the turns, where loose gravel can make you slide out. Consequently, our tight-knit drafting group can break up a bit, and the draft can be lost. We constantly had to watch this and regroup somewhat after the turns into a tight drafting group to take full advantage of our team effort.
A parable of change out of your head. Don't leave me caught in my thinking. Don't leave me lost at this blinking light. I might deserve what you cross paid off, but it's blurred till you help me see. Till you help, yeah, till you help me see. Hey.
The title and main recurring line from this song is "Out of My Head." This is what I listen to on hard indoor training test rides, because to truly ride fast, you have to go beyond what your head thinks you can do. You need an altered perspective. You need to believe anything is possible when you toe the line.
Been afraid to be alone for all my life. The only thing that helps is when I lose myself. Been afraid of being wrong even when I'm right. The only cure that works is the one that's yours. And it's subtle sometimes. Your love is not like it's mine. It's bright and open. It's stars and no
Life and racing. Demons that make me reflect on this song lyric. I've been in love with myself, but it didn't work out. I found somebody else. Someone that tells the truth. Stars and Oceans. Jonathan Hurwell.
caught inside my head. And for the thousandth time, you remake my mind. And you're subtle sometimes. Your love is not like mine. It's bright and open. It's stars and ocean. In the night time, I see the stars shine. You take me outside and up out of my path. I hear the waves crash. I get the backlash. I'm getting out past these short storms and the harsh laughs. You're bright like spinning suns. You're good beyond anyone. You're just like knights and saints. You're unlike anyone. You're ancient mystery, gracious like we should be. You're patient like buried seas. Come and breathe on us. Oh, you're subtle sometimes. Your love is not like mine. It's bright and open. It's stars and oceans. It's bright and open.
Here, at the halfway point, with the worst of the course behind us, I began to repeat, home free, and all day long, I can do this all day long. I look down at my stem cap which says, love, light, hope, darkness to light. I think about the countless training hours I spent in my basement, sometimes covering my mouth because the cool 65-degree basement made my throat constrict because of the chemo.
Let's go!
It was here that I really started to feel a lot of freedom on the course to pour myself out and perhaps even be a little too exuberant at times. I was riding without fear because I knew my boys would never drop me, and I had their undying devotion. I was not afraid of cracking. I was incredibly and uncharacteristically vocal on this ride, in large part because I had no fear. No fear of failure, because I knew our collective best effort, from the first rider to the last rider, would be enough to create an epic effort and an epic memory. I wanted to encourage the guys, because even in the moment, I knew how rare it was to get the stars to align for an epic team effort like this. I wanted them to know how thankful I was. But most of all, I wanted myself to know that I could do this despite any hardship, any obstacles. I yelled, "Come on, come on," too numerous times to count. Not because I doubted my boys, but because I needed to keep my mind singularly focused on showing no mercy on the course. If we rode blisteringly fast, then my boys would be there. If I did crack or crash out, my boys would still be right beside me, and one way or another, we were going to pour ourselves out until we reached the finish line. It's incredibly freeing to know you have people 100% behind you, both literally and physically, like in this race, and emotionally in life. This was a ride for the record books, in which we collectively had the firepower in our legs to match the love in our hearts.
Tell me all the places you've been. You know nothing like something. Lost in faces of friends. You've been here on this calling into the wilderness. You never expected this challenge. You never expected this.
Melting Mann 2019 virtual ride in the books. 19.8 average, something like that. With pumpkin vine boys leading me through. Cancer be damned, folks, cancer be damned.
And that is how a guy with pancreatic cancer smashes a 24-mile gravel course record with his family and friends right behind him all the way.